All right, we got video rolling, and now we got audio rolling, and now it's time to count it down in 3, 2, 1.
I don't agree that we should just sit back, swallow some acid, and say, well, man, pollution's going to kill us anyway. So what kind of preparation is LSD for what you're going to have to do to straighten it out?
Do you want to know what's in the McRib?
The morning stream. What do you say? We get nipple to nipple.
And it's another time for us to sit here and talk to each other on the morning stream. It's Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson, and that's Brian Ibbott. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Scott.
5 days in. That is one...
into the year, yeah.
I don't know what is. Yeah.
Who's your Santa today, by the way? Have you already done it?
I haven't revealed it yet, but you know what? I'll debut it right here on the show. Let's just do it.
Cool.
I haven't posted it publicly yet, but I did a kind of a weird one. Let's see if I can find the damn thing. Okay, here we go. All art. Okay, here we go. All right, Chad, I'll put it up so you can see it, and I'll put it in here so Brian can see it. Basically, I was just like, hey, let's do something a little different today.
Okay,
and, so what I did, as I delay for time, there we go.
That's awesome. I love it.
A Santa fire hydrant, and it's basically just the green hat wearing red fire hydrant with gloves and a taped on beard to celebrate the holidays. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to draw. So just mixing it up a little bit. Today's Santa of 25. Check out frogpants.com/Santa for all of them. Although this one's not up yet, but it will be by the time the show goes up. So watch for that.
Nice.
Anyway, we got a lot going on. It's a Tuesday. We got things. It's all piled up.
Yeah.
Neat little piles, though. Easy to sort of suss through and dig through and figure out what we want to talk about. This.
We've organized them into piles, exactly.
Right.
Yes.
That's what we do here. We keep organized so that you don't have to. A quick warning to Stephanie in our chat. I don't know if she's in there. Stephanie Pets.
Oh, no.
She might be. I don't know. But
are we about to talk about an app?
It's not an app, but it is a video game, and I know she feels, she's not as opposed to video games as she is, say, phone games. However, I don't think she likes us talking about games at all. But I don't know if you were on the planet Earth yesterday or not, but the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer landed early because somebody leaked it internally. And
really? Is that what prompted them to say, "Oh, screw it, let's just do it now"?
It was supposed to be today, and they had given us a countdown for a couple of weeks now or something for it being today. But then somebody leaked a really crappy looking low res version of it on Twitter or something, and they said, "Fine, freaking F it, we're going to put it up." So they put it up and said, "Our trailer got leaked. Here, watch our 4K version." And anyway, it looks insane. It
does look really good.
Crazy. Yeah. Like I know they've made advancements with their engine. I thought Red Dead 2 was a really great showcase of where they were headed. This just it's incredible. It looks insane, and it also looks like it's very much in what we expect from a GTA game. First time with a female protagonist, or at least one of them. Mm-hmm. It looks like they're a couple. Is
that Michelle
Rodriguez?
Oh, what's her name? From Rodriguez. Yeah, is that her doing the voice? Because it sounded like her at first, and I haven't gone back to look and see if it was her.
That's a great question. I don't know. I didn't look either.
But the mocap looks like her. Like the character design looks like her.
And I'm all about. So you're going to be able to. They haven't said whether you'll jump back and forth between them, or if you'll choose one at the beginning of the game.
Oh, and play that character all the way through.
Correct.
Of thing. Yeah.
Like the last game, 5, you had 3 protagonists, and you jump between them.
Right.
You didn't choose one and then stick with one. So in this case, I think it's going to be similar. You're going to play some as him, some as her, and then some together because you're a couple. I want to play her real bad, though.
Bonnie and Clyde, basically. Modern Bonnie and Clyde in a sea of Florida Man.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
There is so much Florida Man in that trailer, right?
Yeah. The lady with the hammers and...
yeah. Dude watering his lawn in a thong.
Yeah. Yep. Freaking gator walking into a 7-Eleven or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff looks great. But what I'm most excited about is it's set in Vice City, which was a game, the Vice City game, which came out after 3, was a throwback. It was set in the 80s in a Miami-like city called Vice City, and it was my favorite setting for the series ever. Like since then,
okay.
even to this day, I prefer Vice City. This is that, but in a modern engine. It's something like 4 times bigger than the last game. I can't freaking wait. And then you find out
current times, judging by the social media posts you see in the in the
big
trailer.
Time. Yeah, there was some hope. I had a little bit of hope they'd put it back in the 80s, but it's fine.
Sure,
it's fine that they did this. And it just looks so detailed. There's so much stuff on screen, so much happening in that engine now that is almost photorealistic to the point of like insanity. I can't wait to play it, but I gotta wait. Cool. I have to wait until 2025, like you do. Everyone else,
it's exactly. It's not even next year; it's the year after.
Yeah.
Did San Andreas have? I know San Andreas was your Southern California deal, but was there a part of that was Vegas? Like you could go to a Vegas clone.
There was.
I'm not misremembering it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there totally was, and it was called. Oh, they have fake names for all these cities.
They did. I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah.
It's all a big parody. All the brands in the game are always fake. It's half the fun of the thing, but I can't remember what they called
Liberty
Vegas.
City and
Yeah. My favorite. I like Liberty City. It's fun. It's basically New York. I like San Andreas, which is basically L.A. or Southern California, and Bakersfield and some of that.
Yeah.
But Vice City, dude. And they're going to have like little islands off the coast of this place. It's not called Florida. It's called, I forgot the name. They have a fake name for Florida. So it's like, instead of Florida, man.
Las Venturas. Okay, yeah, that's right. Las Venturas.
Oh, is that what Vegas was called?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like when they do that crap. So,
I do too. Yeah. It's like DC's. That's Metropolis. It's Gotham City. It's not Chicago. It's Gotham City.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing about San Andreas and then 5, which is set there again, it's a parody. It's like an amplification of everything from Hollywood down to, street gang stuff and everything in between. Yeah. It's always been this like sharp social commentary on American culture, and kind of in very ridiculous ways. The problem with setting it in Florida is there's already enough real life weirdness happening in Florida that how does the game go go over that?
Right. Like exactly. Yeah. You don't need to amplify it. If anything, to make it believable, you have to scale it down.
Yeah. Even the lady in the muumuu with the 2 hammers in her hand in the trailer, that's based on an actual social media video of some Florida lady with 2 hammers in her
really?
hand.
Okay. I was wondering if that, the way they showcased her, I thought, I wonder if she's from a previous game, and I never saw her.
No, she's like an actual person.
A social media deal.
Yeah. Looks very different than the real lady. They don't want these lawsuits or anything, but
sure.
When you're double wielding 2 hammers and standing there looking at someone's camera, you're pretty recognizable, I think.
Yeah. Is there a guy in a bandana who's telling you to hide your kids, hide your wife?
No, but they should, I hope. There's a guy with a major gold grill in his face. He looks awesome. They got a Lamborghini-looking, Countach-looking thing like Miami Vice guys used to drive. And if I remember right, Vice City had not Don Johnson, the other guy. Was it?
Phillip Michael
Thomas Hall. Phillip Michael Thomas? Yeah. No.
This is a Philip. Was it? Am I thinking the right? I'm thinking the
Philip Michael Phillip.
This was a 3-name guy, right?
It was a 3-name guy, right? Tubbs was a 3-name guy. There was Crockett and Tubbs. Tubbs was
right. Tubbs was
Philip Michael.
Jaden Louise Franken.
That's it.
Burger. Yeah.
That's the guy related to our own
Bobby
Frankenberger. Yeah. I can't remember.
Tom Norm had me for a second. It's Phillip Thomas Michael Hall.
No, that ain't it. Anyway,
seriously, do we have to look this up? What are you?
Chat room, you're so
for?
slow today.
Come
what
on,
are you even doing?
You're supposed to be on top of this.
Let's see. Who played Tubbs in Miami Vice? Phillip Michael Thomas.
Phillip Michael Thomas. Okay, all right. I think I had a lot of the right words, just maybe in the wrong order.
Yeah, he played Ricardo Tubbs, and he was in the game. He actually played a Tubbs-like character in the original Vice City. So I don't know if we're going to get those kinds of references, like, some famous voices from that era or from Miami related things. I don't know, but I'm stoked. Can't wait. Yeah. 2025, bring it. And for those complaining that it's taken too long and that 2025 is too far off after an announcement, I would remind you that 2011 is when they announced GTA 4 and it didn't come out till the end of 2013. So put that in your chicken and melt it. Right. What else? Oh, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Good news. Bad news? This might be good news or bad news. I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
but
from the headline, I don't feel like it's good news.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not news that I care about.
It's probably not news that's going to affect you, right? But I know we have some vegans in the crowd that are probably thrilled about this. I don't know.
We do.
But Kraft's new mac and cheese is ditching the cheese. They're going vegan.
So it's mac. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What are they replacing the cheese with?
Vegan cheese.
I mean, it's already orange dust.
Yeah.
I mean, is it?
Yeah, it's barely cheese. It's barely cheese as it is, I guess. But vegan cheese, which I've had, is quite good. We made some here, and it was great. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember how she made it. I don't want to know how she made it, to be honest. But whatever Kim did to make it, it was good. And I would personally be fine with this. But for the first time ever, the household staple is going plant-based with a new version of the boxed favorite that contains dairy-free alternatives to its signature cheese. It's called Kraft Not Mac and Cheese, and will soon roll out in grocery stores in 2 flavors, original and white cheddar.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm taking issue with the name because it is mac. It's just not cheese. So it should be Kraft mac and not cheese.
Yeah, mac and not cheese.
They put the not in the wrong place. Maybe unless they're replacing the mac with something else.
3D printing the mac with...
oh, great. It's going to be FDM printed mac.
Yeah, who knows?
It's not far from where it is where it is right now.
It says here the Kraft partnered with Not-Co. Oh, that's why it's got not in there. It's part of that branding. Okay.
Is the not still in the wrong place?
I agree. This should be somewhere else. A company that makes plant-based foods. Let's see. Do they?
Doesn't look like it. They've got the unless Yahoo Finance just doesn't have it, so maybe it's Kraft Not Mac and Cheese. They have cauliflower. Oh, that's interesting. So they do have like cauliflower made mac.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That'd be all right.
That'd totally be all right.
These people, these Not-Go people, they make plant-based Philadelphia cream cheese. I don't know how that. I'll bet that tastes weird. I'll bet you.
I'll bet. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm all for the. Let's have some
I'm
alternatives.
glad that the Claires of the world can choose not to eat animals and products, animal products, and do get to enjoy this stuff. And it just ain't going to be me. I never realized they changed the box. Like the Kraft mac and cheese box looks so different than what I remember from the last time I had Kraft mac and cheese.
Let me take a look here.
The whole circular drippy smiley face logo is
oh, that's all new. Yeah, I don't recognize this at all. Oh wow.
No.
Okay, when did this change? When we were kids, it was like you knew what you were looking at.
Right.
And it never changed. So I don't know when this happened.
Exactly. Thin blue box. I can't even describe what the logo is. It just had the Kraft logo, mac and cheese, and just photo of mac and cheese.
And that was it. I don't know if it always said dinner on there, but I still say that's a bit of a stretch.
Oh, it absolutely did. Yeah, Kraft dinner.
That's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? It's a real stretch, I think. It's not dinner. It's a part of dinner.
Listen, it's been in there for as long as the Bare Naked Ladies have sung about it in If I Had $1 Million.
That's true. The Canadians always call it Kraft dinner, don't they? They don't even call it mac and cheese.
We wouldn't have to eat Kraft dinner, but we would eat Kraft dinner.
That's right. True. Yeah, I just don't know if I look at a tub of that stuff that I'm supposed to microwave and eat. If that's all you're eating for dinner, what are you?
It's a sad dinner.
It's like is Kim out of town at your house as well? Kim's not there to make a real meal.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Trying to find the old logo.
I know. I can't.
I guess it was
Jeannie says it's always been called dinner. Kraft dinner.
Always, eh? Oh, here's kind of an older one. I don't know. If
Trent Carr has it. It's dinner if you had like 4 packs. Agreed. At least 2 for me. I need one of those boxes is not enough for me. It needs to be 2 at least.
Is that closer to the original I just put in Discord?
Oh, that's exactly it. Right there. Yes.
Okay.
It was just the one that the exact same design, just in the smaller, thinner, non-family size box, unless that is the actual size of the box that they consider to be family size.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that one. It's hard to say how much is in it. 14.5.
14.5 ounces.
Is that a lot? Is that a lot of mac and cheese?
See, the problem is it's uncooked.
Yeah, it is.
I can't. I got no basis for comparison for how much 14 ounces of uncooked pasta is.
Yeah. I like mac and cheese, don't get me wrong, but I got to have something else with it. I can't just have it on its own.
You have Noodles and Company in Utah?
Bunch of those, yeah.
Yeah, that's about the best thing to get is their Wisconsin mac and cheese or the new Buffalo I call it new. Introduced like 8 years ago or something, but their Buffalo mac and cheese is really good.
Oh, that sounds all right. I like
grilled chicken, buffalo sauce, boom.
You like the zucchini noodles or the zoodles?
The zoodles or whatever they call them? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I like those too, except sometimes there's like, I don't know, a little waiting pool of water.
Oh, there's absolutely. Every single time you get it, there is a 1/4 inch of water at the bottom of your bowl.
Yeah, never really quite comfortable with that. I don't like that. I'll strain it quite a bit. Like as soon as I get it, I'll tip it and get rid of the extra liquid because that's gross. I don't want sitting water in there. I know it's just I know it's moisture accumulated from zucchini, a thing that's good for you. I get it. But I don't want 3 feet of that at the bottom of my deal. Or 3 inches, not feet.
3 inches of water? Yeah, no, please. Jeannie's husband likes broccoli in it. Yeah, broccoli in mac and cheese is good.
Yeah, almost anything is. But on its own, I mean, what am I, 8?
Right, mac and cheese needs something. It's a side dish at best.
Yeah, at worst, it's not. No, at worst, it's like a desperate attempt to stay alive, you know?
Right, exactly. At best, it's a way to keep your child fed while you go play more StarCraft 2.
That's right.
That's what it is.
That's right. That sounds familiar. That's about where we were in the 90s.
Pretty much.
I remember once I cut up, so I got a big bowl of this stuff. I was a kid, and I cut up a Slim Jim into little circular things, little pucks, and then I filled it full of that, stirred it all in, and had myself a Slim Jim mac and cheese. And I have to say, it wasn't the worst thing I ever ate.
Yeah.
It added a little bit of,
it tracks with your with your more recent creations by,
yeah,
for sure.
Even
my
then,
stepdad used to take a hot dog, a couple hot dogs, slice them, and put them on top of a frozen Tombstone pizza, and then bake it. And
weird.
Yeah.
What did that just bake a bunch of pork flavor through the whole thing?
Yeah, it's just basically like, it's like having Not-Quite-Pepperoni on your Not-Quite pizza.
Wow. I'm fascinated by that one.
Yeah.
How would that be? Because it would be, I'd eat that. I think I'd try that.
Yeah. I mean, they get, they cook up, they firm up, like thick pepperoni, but they just don't taste like pepperoni. They taste like a baked hot dog.
Yeah, they taste like exactly what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I would try that though. Maybe I will. I've got a cheese pizza out there, the frozen one.
Do you really? There you go. Is it Tombstone or is it the DiGiorno?
It's one of those kind of things. I don't know if it's one of those brands, but
Red
it's that
Baron,
kind of stuff.
Perhaps.
Oh, I used to love Red Baron.
I did too. Yeah, Red Baron had the best crust.
Can you still get
that and the French bread, the Stouffer's French bread pizza?
Ooh,
those were the bomb.com. Yeah.
Those were good. My mom used to make homemade French bread pizzas, and they were so good.
Oh yeah. See?
Yeah.
See?
Highly recommend
that would be an easy thing for you, Scott.
Yeah.
French bread, cut it in half, marinara sauce, toppings, cheese, bake in the oven, boom.
Done deal.
Done.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this morning I had a handful of blueberries. It's fine.
Okay, right? That's good. That's a good start.
A piece of low-carb, sugar-free bread, toasted with butter and a little bit of Kim's homemade blackberry jam on it. And what else? Oh, and a saltine cracker. which I still have on.
The one you took a photo with earlier.
Yeah, see that guy right there? He's just chilling in
So
my...
wait, really? But you're still holding the cracker.
Well, I ate one. It's a whole bag. It's a whole sleeve of these things.
How do you have your cracker and eat it too? I don't understand.
I don't know what it is. Does anyone else out there like a saltine the way I do? Because it sounds like the most boring. It is the most boring cracker on the planet. It is the most
boring. It really is.
But I love them.
Bare bones. I gotta have chili. I gotta have something with it. Clam chowder.
Tomato soup there at the corner.
Tomato soup would be good. Yeah. But a saltine on its own.
I got to be in the right mood.
Can you eat 6 of them like all at once right now?
No.
Put 6 of them in.
I've done that challenge before.
Right now, live on this show, 6.
I've done that. I did that challenge one time and it failed miserably. I couldn't do it. I don't know how. I guess the idea is that nobody can do it, right? It's what is it, 6 of them at the same time and you can't.
I
eat
think
them all?
so. Yeah, I think is the deal. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that on it. It'd be great if I choked on a bunch of saltines on the air, and that's the end of my podcasting career. Good night, everybody.
Oh wow. A lot of saltine fans in the chat. TV's Travis says boring, sure, but I can do saltines just fine. Tally says she could destroy a pack of saltines.
Yeah.
Ooh, Katrina Carousel. Katie says a saltine with butter is the best snack.
It is good.
Never tried butter on a saltine. Peanut butter on a saltine. I feel like if you just take a saltine, add anything to it, slice of cheese, peanut butter, Nutella. I haven't tried butter, but that sounds like a way to go.
Yeah.
But a boring ass naked saltine. Nah, thanks. Give me something.
Well, here's another easy Scott recipe.
It's just a method
for
of delivering salt to your face.
No, you're right. That's true. I think that's when I'm in the mood for them. I'm a little, craving the salt. I'll even scrape the top. The brownish bubbled up parts.
Yeah.
I'll just scrape all those off and then kind of take it apart. I'm like a little kid with a saltine. I love it.
Oh, funny.
But anyway, here's your recipe idea for the day. You take a tray and you load, or it can even be microwave.
Time for timer. Yeah.
You take a bunch of saltines, you lay them all out in a nice grid. You put butter on each one, just a little, not a lot. And then a little bit of cheese on each one, and then a single little jalapeno on top of each one.
Oh, sure.
And then you bake those for however long, and then those are amazing. Eat those.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, see, you've already made the saltine that much better.
Yep.
Any of those things, even on its own, just a slice of jalapeno on a saltine, far better than for me the saltine on its own.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. But I used to crush them up into everything as a kid, so that's just the way it was in my life.
Tina's family grew up with the whole spray cheese, like the can of cheese with the little nozzle on the top, and so on road trips, that's her super guilty pleasure, like Ritz crackers or saltines and spray cheese.
What was that called? It had a name. Easy cheese?
Easy cheese.
Yeah,
Easy cheese,
that's the one.
Because regular cheese is way too difficult. We need easy cheese.
I think it's half correct. It's easy. I'm not so sure it's cheese.
Right.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, Cheese Whiz. Right, Cheese Whiz is the other. That's the brand that she'd get for road trips is Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, Easy Cheese and Cheese Whiz. We used to love that stuff. And I'm trying to think. It was almost always Ritz crackers, though. My mom had a thing with that combo. That's how we had to do it.
See, no, here's the thing. Like a saltine, a naked ass saltine, does not sound good to me. But a naked ass Ritz cracker, for whatever reason, it's a little bit more buttery, I think.
Yeah,
and I'm all over it.
Yeah.
A club cracker, give it to me. But a saltine, maybe it's just because I felt like saltines were last resort food. Like basically it was like, in college, well, I could go to the commissary and get something. I could walk down to the grocery store and get something. I do have saltines though. All right, I'll do a saltine. Like growing, or at least in college, it was like the quicker than ramen. I need sustenance right now. What do I have? And it was cheap.
Yeah. Basically the same filler too, right? You're not really getting much out of it.
Exactly.
Nutritionally
but
speaking.
yeah, you give me a naked Ritz, you give me a naked club cracker. Any of those I think are great.
You know what I like? I like a little piece of kimchi on this. Just a little.
See, that's good too. Another improvement. Really, like anything you put on there, it supports both the sweet and the savory.
Yeah, it's basically a piece of bread.
It's basically a delivery system for whatever you want to put on there.
Yeah. Yes.
It is the FedEx of food. It's basically like the box, but inside the box is something fun.
But sometimes you just eat the box. And that's
sometimes you just eat the box.
Oh, jeez. Did I say that out loud? Moving on. That was
Yeah,
not what
that
I
won't
meant.
end up as a show title right there.
It'll be fine. Quick text I got to read, and then we'll get to our news today. This is from Trude Dude. Treud.
Yeah.
Almost like
Trude.
Trudeau.
Or if you're pronouncing it like the psychiatrist, Troid Dude.
Oh, Troid Dude. That could be.
If you spelled like Freud Dude, Troid Dude.
Freud. Yeah. It doesn't work as well. You need to change your name, this guy. But anyway, he wrote in just a quick text. I got this out of nowhere. Here is what he said, and I will just do it in a know nothing tone. All right, because I don't want to assume intent.
That's how it's a lot of periods. So this is the right. You're delivering it the right way.
All right. He says, "We get it. Brian slobbers over Marvel, and Scott gets his jollies off with Mad Max. We get it." That's the entirety of the
whole
message.
Text. Yeah, exactly.
So Troy, Trude Dude, or whatever your name is. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that other than I assume what he means is he's tired of Brian's Marvel love and he's sick of my Mad Max Fury Road love.
I guess
I don't know.
Whatever. All right, fine.
Is that what's going on? Because
I don't feel like, and let me know, maybe I do and I just don't realize it. Do I talk about Marvel stuff as much as you talk about Mad Max? I certainly don't do it in the glowing
I don't think you do it in the obsessive way I do it, but your fandom. I think your fandom's well known.
I mean,
yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. Your entire background is full of Marvel memorabilia, but
exactly.
I don't think you are. It's not like you're weird about it. You just you know what you like, and if it's something like this
and there's
related,
nothing, you know what, like what you like. I wonder what this guy. I feel bad that is there something Troid Dude that you drool over, that you like, that you enjoy?
I'll bet you money he's really into some football team of some sort. That's fine. Do it.
There we go.
For it.
Yes,
it'll be sports, some sports related thing, or he's really into Bitcoin or NFTs or some shit like that. And that's fine.
Gosh. Wow. Oh, man. All right. Well, if he hadn't stopped listening before now, we called him an NFT bro. Crypto bro.
Oh, that cracked me up. I'm watching Gen V finally. And
oh, good. Yeah.
I got to this part where the girls at a formal thing hobnobbing with a bunch of people to try to move up the list. And I don't want to give anything away here, but there are people giving her cards like to be her manager.
Yes.
And one of them just holds up the phone and says, scan this QR code to get an NFT version of my business card.
Right.
And my eyes rolled so hard, I'm pretty sure I had to turn everything off and reset my eyes before I could keep watching it because it annoyed me so much.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Which was the point. They were trying to annoy me.
Of course.
That show's really good. I will say this. Gen V and the boys are way into disgusting uses of the male penis.
For sure. There is exactly. Like they start before they even write the story for that season. They sit there and say, all right, how many ways can we use the male penis?
Yeah.
How many ways can we use superhero abilities, superpowers, and penises?
Yeah, and penises together. And can we just copy and paste the word penis throughout our script whenever we need it? Just Command V, because they're going to need it 5 more times this episode.
Yes,
like they're really into it for some reason. But I will say, so I'm only 3 episodes in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
There's no way you hire Clancy Brown for just 1 episode. There's no way, right? He's coming. He's around still. Well, I don't want you to even tell me this, but it annoyed me.
I'm not going to tell you. Why would I do that?
Because he's Clancy Brown, and I was like, "What? You don't come in here for just 1? There's something. There's some reveal later, right? It's superheroes.
Force Ghost Clancy Brown, or
sure.
I guess I might have actually spoiled by by saying Ghost.
Good point. No, he's alive and well, everybody. Mr. Krabs forever.
Yeah, lives through everything.
He's the Kurgan. Right. Andy Dufresne did his taxes. Everything's good. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Anyway.
It's been out for more than 2 weeks. I feel like the spoiler season is over on that one.
It's also not, even if it is, it's not. It's nothing like you go, oh, I can't believe it. It's not like that. This is like a very early story point that sets up everything else. So
right, exactly. Yeah, Wraith86 points out Invincible. He's great in that. It's great you get Walton Goggins. Like here's your hardest working people right now, it feels like.
Okay.
John Hamm, Clancy Brown, Walton Goggins.
I think that's a good. I like that list a lot.
Yeah.
As older, aging actor white men go, these dudes are killing it.
It's so true. Like I'm 2-3 episodes into Good Omens, season 2. I haven't started Fargo yet, but already John Hamm's butt. Okay, that'd be the 4th one. So you've got Walton Goggins, Clancy Brown, John Hamm, and then John Hamm's
butt. Yeah,
exactly.
He's apparently in Fargo he shows his butt. I haven't seen season 2. Good Omens.
Season 2, he shows his butt.
Nice. He's still Gabriel, right?
He is still Gabriel. Yeah.
Of course he would be. Duh.
Yeah.
I love that.
He's playing an all new character.
Yeah, he's a brand new character.
The audience won't notice.
Yeah, it's like Colonel Potter's back is a different character. Everybody.
I mean, if I looked like John Hamm, I would be naked in as many things as Hollywood would allow.
I'll take that as a positive review of his butt because I've seen his butt.
No, it's a fine butt.
I look forward to seeing it. Oh my gosh!
Well, you saw it in Fargo, didn't you? Have you not watched?
I haven't seen the new season yet.
Still bundling them up. You're
still piling up. Carter suddenly appeared at my side. Yes, ma'am. What? Good. Oh, of course, we mentioned Good Omens 2, season 2, and Carter had to talk to me about it because she loves it. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
John Hamm. Yeah. Oh, really? Different actors, you mean? Same actors, new characters? Really? That's interesting. Okay, so she informs me, and Brian, you're probably noticing this, that people, actors from the first season are back playing totally different people. Is that true in Good Omens? That sounds interesting.
I've noticed, I'm only in episode 2, but I have noticed a couple of them. New positions as opposed to new people.
Oh, interesting.
Is what I'm... Or am I, unless I haven't gotten to what she's describing.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right path, but I need to watch that. I loved that first season. What am I waiting for? Jeez. Mm-hmm. And Carter watched the whole second season with smoothing on because she didn't know how to turn it off on that TV.
Really?
Oh,
so she watched the Good Omens season 2 soap opera is what she watched.
It looked so bad, dude. It was like 60 frames, freaking... All right, maybe she says she didn't.
Unwrap the Samsung TV from Best Buy, fire it up, and not adjust any settings. Let's.
I hate it, dude, so much. Why that's all on? Why it's on by default? I'll never understand.
It's supposed to make things look better when it's in the store, and I don't understand how that's the case.
It doesn't work for me. If a movie was meant to be cinematic, 24 frame film, then show it that way. Like, I get it if you're showing like aerial footage of Dubai, and you want that to be maximum frame rate, 120 frames per second, Dubai from the sky, 4K, 8K, whatever. That makes sense to me. But make it easier to turn it off. Like, literally, it should be the first option. I turn the TV on and it goes, boom.
Right, exactly. It should be, hey, do you want smoothing on? We can't do anything about the Hobbit, but we can turn it off for everything else.
Oh, the freaking Hobbit, man. Actually, what happens if can you run that without seeing it in that way, I wonder? Because I hated it.
I don't think so. I think the master is smoothing, so I don't think you can turn it off.
Interesting. If that's the case, that's. I know they made multiple versions, so maybe I just have to always. Oh,
maybe they made a version. Maybe you can on the Blu-ray or something. You can choose what version, but I bet you on streaming, I bet you don't get a choice.
Yeah, and I don't like that. That's effed. I say that's what I say. All right. Well, thanks for the text, and even though it's weird, and I don't think we're as obsessed as you say we are, especially Brian. I think maybe I might be, but Brian's he's not that.
I mean, my background would choose to argue. You could name any superhero, any Marvel character, and I could have a representation of them in my hands within 60 seconds.
Probably, yeah. Let me try one. Can I try one?
All right. Yep.
We're staying Marvel because I think Marvel's your
yeah.
Your
well,
jam.
yeah. No, it has to be Marvel. Yes.
So let's go with
go deep.
Go deep. Oh, geez.
Go deep. Feel free to go deep.
Fu Fang Fum or whatever his name is, the dragon.
Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah, Fin Fang Foom.
Give me 60. Put 60 seconds on the clock.
60 seconds. Ready? Go. All right, Brian's going. We see him moving backward toward his pinball machine that is also Marvel related. We also are having a nice gander at the Infinity Gauntlet he has behind him there, only to be surpassed by Captain America's shield, which I don't know where that ended up since he moved it. You can kind of see. Let's see, what else do we see back there? We see Iron Man in a position, some sort of pose. Where are we on the clock? I don't know. He said start a clock. I didn't really do it. I just sort of pretend like I did, so I don't really know how much time has passed. Here he comes. We see his shadow. He's coming up. It's our time. It's almost ready.
All right, how much time do I have left?
Let's say 10 seconds. I had to guess. Oh my gosh, you do have a thing. Or what is it? What is it?
Fin Fan Foom.
Fin
Fin
Fang
Fang Foom. Right there.
He was referenced in that thing we just saw.
Yes, What If?
Oh, What If? That's right. It was a Tony. Yep. Oh, and then I heard it again in. I've been playing Midnight Suns, and
oh yeah,
somebody made a joke at the mansion about it in that game. That game's great.
I swear to God, I just bring him over because this is a lead figurine. This thing is maybe
lead,
3/4 of a pound. I could figure out how heavy this thing is. This thing is really heavy. It's made out of lead. Don't put it in your mouth, Brian. Yeah. But I just broke off a little bit of his horn.
Oh no!
Yeah, look at that. Like, see his little horns up there?
Oh, those horns are dainty. Yeah,
they're dainty horns. So yeah, but that's all right. I have it.
It was worth the bit.
I'll glue it on. I'll glue it on. I'll glue on Fin Fang Foom.
It was worth the bit, everybody. All right. Well, that's fantastic. Let's now jump into and if you want to be like the guy who sent that text, by the way, 801-471-0462, it's time for the news. Oh, look, it's the news, and it's brought to you by...
Hey, do you want a funny TikTok person to follow? Do you like World of Warcraft and gaming in general? Well, then follow Shoujo_AIE on TikTok. Do it today.
I agree.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's great. Her stuff is some of the best stuff. I smile every time I see it.
Absolutely.
And she just happens to be a really old friend of the show and of the network and of ours personally.
She's a long-time friend of the show.
Yeah, we are not biased in this regard. I think her channel stands on its own, even if I didn't know her. So go check it out. That's Shoujo_AIE. SHOJO. All right, let's get to this first story. Red Lobster in the news. When's the last time you were at a Red Lobster?
Just want to find that little piece of horn before the cat eats it.
Oh yeah, you don't want the cat eating no
lead chunk of horn. I don't think the cat will eat it. Problem is, it's the same color as the shag carpeting in my office, so I think I might just have to break off the other horn to the right length and then call it good.
Wait, what color is was it green? You have green shag in there?
No, it's great. It's his body's green, but his horns are
beige.
Beige.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I have beige shag carpeting.
That makes sense.
And wood paneling. No, I'm not an axe murderer. Just kidding. No, no wood paneling.
What's that cork ceiling called? I used to have a ton of it.
Oh, that I do have. The this
sectional
drop ceiling stuff.
Yeah. I always liked that because I could do weird wiring and stuff in there.
Yes, you just pop it up. You can have move the things around, drill a little hole really easily, drop something through. Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
super easy, and it's a great place to hide your weed.
This is true.
Anyway, Red Lobster in the news. I haven't been there in ages. Brian, when's the last time you went to?
Been a long time for me. Easily pre-pandemic. So
wow.
I would say 4 years since I've been to a Red Lobster.
Oh, I act all surprised.
And really, we just went for the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh my gosh, those are so good.
Yeah.
I think that's roughly the last time I went. It was probably 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Well, Red Lobster's endless shrimp deal cost the company millions.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. The CFO says, quote, "It didn't work," unquote.
Oh no.
Let's feel bad for a corporate entity that screwed up their promo. The ultimate endless shrimp deal reeled into too many hungry customers. Too many. Too many.
Get their pun right. Come on.
A pretty good
They
pun.
worked hard on this pun.
They reeled in too many hungry customers at Red Lobster, and now the company is turning the tide after reporting millions in operating losses. In June, the seafood restaurant chain turned its historic limited-time shellfish special into a permanent menu fixture for diners to enjoy. The special offered diners the option to choose 2 types of shrimp dishes, unlimited, for just $20, with a side of Red Lobster's famous Cheddar Bay biscuits, the thing Brian went for, and that I also like.
That's it. That's all you go.
It's kind of all I want. Everything else sounds bad. especially in landlocked Utah. There's no way a chain like that has good seafood. But whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if you can go there for lunch and just get like a bowl of clam chowder, and if they still give you the Cheddar Bay biscuits if you get something like if you do lunch, because still that feels like that's probably a 2,000 calorie meal. Right
probably, yeah, depending on how many biscuits you down, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, by the way, a good chowder and saltines.
Oh yeah, again. Why do you think oyster crackers are just basically little saltine hexagons?
Yeah, I think it's probably where they came from or something, right? It feels like the same material or the same.
Yeah, it was probably cheaper for Premium to make. Is Premium the company? Who's the company that makes the saltines?
Yeah, Premium,
right?
Here it is.
Yeah,
that's the
cheaper
brand.
for them to create little saltine discs.
Yeah,
and put them in a bag.
Now that's a logo and a layout I feel like never changed. I'm sure it has.
Yeah, for sure. They've changed the font. Like they've made a fatter font, but it used to be like a Helvetic semi-bold. Yeah. And now it's like, I think that's a Titilian extra bold.
And it's got that cute little R thing.
Yeah, the R curve makes it a non-standard Swiss, but it's yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can tell we went to this class, the same freaking class.
I loved font class, man.
I did too. Typology 1 and 2 are two of my favorite things I did in college. But this bowl of hot soup, I think, is probably a newer photo. But for the most part, this box would come out when I was a kid and I had an upset stomach. My mom would pull a box of these out.
For sure.
I just
that and 7-Up, man. That was the cure for everything.
It was. But it's funny. I still like saltines, but I don't really like 7-Up or Sprite. Because I think of being sick when I drink it. Yeah, it's weird.
What about ginger ale?
I'm better with ginger ale because that was never an option. For whatever reason, my mom, that's just something she didn't have around. Gotcha. So ginger ale now, to me, is just like a nice, refreshing thing. And other people are like, oh, that reminds me when I had the flu. I don't want any ginger ale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, here's the problem. The $20 wasn't enough. While the move certainly accomplished getting more hungry customers into restaurants, 4% over year, so they had a 4% increase of traffic. The company posted an operating loss of over $11 million in its third quarter. Last month, the Thai Union Group, they own Red Lobster, which is a little weird because they own a ton of Thai restaurant chains and then Red Lobster.
Do they Thai Union Group? I mean, assuming, or is it just a group that's from Thailand?
It could be that. That's a good point. I just assume if you're going to be, that's a good point. That's a stereotype because I love Thai food.
All right. Want to know some weird brands the Thai Union Group owns?
Give it.
This is a surprise to me. Chicken of the Sea.
Oh, all right. That's a tuna.
Let's see. Red Lobster. A lot of businesses outside of the U.S. So Chicken of the Sea and Red Lobster, the two U.S. things. In Thailand, they have a bunch, obviously. King Oscar in Norway. Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, they've got Ayam brand, but it's all seafood stuff.
Ayam? Not Ayam's like the dog food. Right?
Yeah, no, AYAM.
Okay.
Not IAMS. But a lot of French stuff too. Parmentier and Petit Navire.
Yeah.
And then in Germany, Rugenfish.
I want some Rugenfish.
Yeah.
Give me a big old steaming plate of Rugenfish.
Some delicious Rugenfish.
Well, I guess they screwed up and they won't be doing that again.
Yeah, I think anytime you promise all you can eat, you're running the risk of Mr. Creosote, basically, like a bunch of Mr. Creosotes from Monty Python coming in and cleaning you out. It just so happens I'm going to all you can eat sushi tomorrow night. This place that I really like, a conveyor belt place called Sushi Rama. Really good sushi anyway. And I go there and I spend tons of money. Yeah. But they're doing an all you can eat sushi thing tomorrow night. Tristan and I are going to go and we're gonna make them rue the day they came up with all you can eat sushi.
How much does this cost? Do you know?
$50.
It's not bad.
No, I can put away more than $50 worth of sushi.
And they do all the weird ones you like. You like all the authentic stuff, right?
I do.
It's not just
I like octopus. I like freshwater eel. I like.
See, you're gonna make them regret it because that's all the expensive stuff. I love it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So what they do is on their conveyor belt they've got different color plates depending on like how much they are, right? Your California roll comes out on an orange plate.
Right.
Your yellowtail comes out on a blue plate, and so it's like we're going to be focusing on the blue plates. But the
They color code it like World of Warcraft or Diablo or something, where the gear is better depending on the color or whatever.
Yeah, well, exactly. But the reason is so that they can you just basically go and you don't order anything because it's all conveyor belt. And then at the end of your meal, they just count the number of plates in front of you and say, oh, you had 6 orange plates. That's $8. You had 5 blue plates. That's $17 or whatever.
Yeah, but if it's all you can eat, $50 and done.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly.
I want to go to this place. Is there one here?
I'm taking the plates as they come, and but they do the thing that all you can eat sushi places do that gets you is you have to eat the rice. Like you have to. You can't just say eating the sashimi, screw the nigiri.
They make you. Because that's the cheap ingredients there, and that fills you up.
It is, and it's the filling. It's the filler ingredients, exactly.
That's a good point. We have there's
Hobbs
a new...
Dogs,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, Hobbs Dog says they don't think you guys have conveyor belt sushi places in SLC.
I thought we had downtown. There's one called I don't remember the name. There's a real fancy one downtown that I swear has that option. At least it's also got other seating and other styles, but pretty sure they have a rotating deal. I don't know. I thought the one we went to in oh no, that didn't. When you were here for the Warcraft movie in 2016, that sushi place didn't have a belt. No. No, that's right.
Tsubame rotating sushi. Looks
downtown?
like they might. Yes, it is a rotating conveyor belt sushi place in Salt Lake City.
Nice.
Oh, they have one in Ogden too. Conveyor belt sushi in Ogden with bullet train delivery also. So they've got like the, you order something specific and they deliver it by a little miniature bullet train.
Oh, no way. That's great.
But this place has exactly the same, like the Sushi Rama thing, right? Where you've got the different color plates coming by on a, here you go. Take a look at this. Let's see if this photo comes, if this goes right to the photo I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, there we go. No, but I can find it. Let's see.
It's called Tsubame. Tsubame.
Let's see. Oh, look at this.
It should be one of the first photos you get.
Yeah, it's reviewed well.
Yeah.
There's the There's the rotating hoo-ha.
There's the sushi, and like a refrigerated conveyor belt, so sushi doesn't go bad as it wanders around the restaurant. It's covered up, so nobody's going to breathe on it and make it bad.
It's reviewed well.
Yeah.
It looks like it's they mostly do they do from 11:30 to 9 every night and 10 on the weekends. All right, I might try this out.
Yeah, you need to go check it out.
Right.
Report back, Scott.
Kim loves sushi. So do I.
Yeah.
Well, Red Lobster, good luck to you on that.
Good luck with that.
We hope everything goes well. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to hang out with Amy. Yes, that's right. It's literally Amy's time of the month. Wait a minute. We got a couple of follow-ups for her. She's got a couple of books to talk about. Very exciting stuff. So get ready to get your reading glasses on, everybody. Amy will be back after this song Brian chooses. Brian, what are you choosing today?
Yeah, we're going to New York City for this one. Big thanks to Dark Secret Media for letting me know about this. Panic Flower, spelled with a K. Panic Flower with a K. Brand new EP, their debut EP, as a matter of fact, called Dark Blue. This is the title track from that. It's a little bit dream pop with kind of grunge influences, if you can believe the combination there. Anyway, I dig it. Here is Dark Blue by Panic Flower.
Why is it every Christmas I get drug out of my warm bed just to see some stupid old relatives?
I will eliminate this Christmas spirit before another day is past. You can't even handle that muscle-bound female She-Ra.
Didn't know Skeletor is such a sexist guy either. Anyway, who was that again so we can give him full credit?
Sure, that's Panic Flower, and the song is called Dark Blue. It's the name of their new EP, and it's the title track.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, Red Fraggle 3 on her way into the call now. Get ready. Be ready.
I got to give her some kudos myself. Because she recommended a thing that Tina and I had on our list not a book, but a TV show based on her recommended book, Lessons in Chemistry, which we binged and loved. The whole thing was fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No need to read that book now.
Good morning.
Whoops, that's not it. Where's her?
Unless
her
I'd like
thing?
more.
Yeah, more is good.
One of the things that I enjoy also is reading.
Well. Oh, I want that turned down. Hold on. Okay. Hey, look who it is. It's Amy joining us. Amy Robinson, all the way from the American South. What's going on with you? How are you?
Good morning, friends. How are you?
Good. It's been too long. I feel like we haven't talked to you in a month. Let's go.
I know. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's my literary time of the month. And,
That's right. I just finished two more. Since we last spoke, I finished two more small-ish horror novels. I think maybe it's out of my system now. But
oh, good.
You're slowing down. You're not reading 3 in a weekend anymore.
I'm about to dive into. So my goal was I had 2 that I really wanted to get to, and I did that, and I loved them. This last one called Brother was so good. Absolutely loved it. This woman who wrote it is from originally from Poland, and she has the most unique writing style. I just absolutely loved it. But anyway, my goal now is moving on to that Dungeon Crawler Carl thing.
Oh, yeah. I downloaded that myself onto my iPad to read. So
yeah. So next up,
I cannot wait for you guys to dig into those books. They're so good.
Can't wait. Good. Heard nothing but amazing things. Even after you spoke to us about it, people were following up like crazy with it and said it was awesome. Anyway,
and
today,
I don't know if you heard I don't know if you heard my stuff at the beginning as you were getting into the thing, but Lessons in Chemistry, great recommendal from you.
I did hear, and yes, I will say, you don't. I mean, the story is pretty much the same. Obviously, the book is going to have a little bit more detail, but I will say that Harriet, the neighbor, completely different in the book.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah,
I loved her character in the show. So
I also did, and I'm glad that the show made the change that they did, because there's none of like sort of the civil rights situation in the book. Like, you know, Harriet's basically I mean, her race is not specified in the book, so I kind of just assume like she's kind of an older white lady who dislikes her husband a lot, and so there you go.
Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, and there's like you say, there's some differences, and there's a good bit of more detail in the book, but and I loved what they did with Rainn Wilson's character. Like he's really,
I just love this trajectory for him of like playing these horrible characters.
All these horrible people. I'm sure he himself is a lovely person, you know, because that seems to be the trend, right? Like if
he
they
sure seems like it. Yeah. Heard him on some interview recently, and he seems like a really down to earth nice guy. He's a huge nerd too, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I saw him in, where he played like this really skeevy, philandering car salesman.
Yeah,
car salesman.
Was car salesman, and it was Dark Winds. That is correct.
It was Dark Winds. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he had that van that he would coerce girls into, and
that he'd use for both advertising and.
Yeah, he was a real piece of work in that series.
I always think of him in that role, that little brief role he had in the movie Juno, where he's like the convenience store clerk. And he's he's like, that's one doodle that can't be undid, home skillet.
Home skillet.
So
I love the term home skillet. No one uses that enough.
I know that one went way away. You know, my son and I were talking about that the other day, that like, you know, generational slang and whatnot. And cool was the only word like that I could think of that really has like the
stood the test of time,
staying power that it has,
yeah,
right?
It's
like
been
I mean,
here since what, the
there
late
are ones
40s
like,
or something?
you know, like you guys say rad and stuff like that, but like those are clearly generational, right? Like millennials and Gen Z, they don't say rad, you know. Groovy is another one. Like I say groovy, and like people older than me say groovy. Groovy's great. But like, you know, just cool is like the only, I don't know, it's the only slang word like that I could think of. That
the only
really
other one, so I'd give that one the award for longevity, because it's like late 40s, early 50s that started happening, right? And we still say cool. But dude, which kind of came into real vogue late 70s, 80s, has shown some real staying power. Like that seems to cross generations. I hear Gen Z saying dude all the time, and I hear old farts like me saying dude. So
yeah, no, that's a good point. That's kind of why I brought it
well.
up, because I was like, I wonder if these guys can think of any more, but because that was the only one I could think of. So.
Yeah. So now you can say cool dude, and you get both for the same price.
2 for 1.
That's right. Well, before we get too deep into what you're bringing this week, I do want to play some follow-ups we got in previous weeks. Amy's heard these. She knows what's coming. Here is, I can't remember what any of these say because I've been holding on to these so long. So I'm going to play this first one, and then we'll respond. A follow-up to Amy's segment.
Hey, this is Michael from Edmonton calling for TMS. Hey, Scott and Brian, I'm just listening to yesterday's episode today, and one of the callers called in to talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl. Yeah, I'm going to back that up because after hearing Amy talk about it, I listened to the audiobook and pure joy and was blown away, and I'm almost on the 4th book now. Yeah, reading it might be fun, but the audiobook is phenomenal. I know most people don't have time to do audiobooks or can't focus like you always say, but the character voices are just spectacular. And I just want to back that up. Anyways, cheers, guys.
That made me want to ask you if that, I don't remember talking about it at the time, but all the parts are done by different people? Is it one of those kind of audiobooks, or is it one guy doing all the voices?
But when you listen to it, you would swear they are, because the voice actor, his name is Jeff Hayes. He's amazing. Like he does women characters, and you would swear that there is a woman in the booth, like recording that voice. You can, if you listen real close, you can hear some of his inflection coming through. That's kind of the same that goes across, but like, man, he's really good. His characterization is really, really good. And, it's Dungeon Crawler Carl is told in the first person from Carl's perspective. And so he reads it in Carl's voice, which is that Patrick Warburton, kind of thing. Which is hilarious and awesome. And then, there's other characters that are like these, princessy, foppish, bad British accent characters. And it's just great. And you would swear that there's a full cast in there, but not just him. And and it's impressive because I've seen videos now of him doing reads like at conventions and stuff. And he's not, because sometimes I picture people who do that kind of switching between characters, like maybe they record some of one character and some of another. Nope, this guy is just talking to himself, right? Like he's just going back and forth seamlessly, and it is it's a master class in character voices.
He looks 14. I don't know why he looks so young.
I know, right? I'm like, holy crap, this guy is really good. And that his bio that you're showing there from Sound Booth Theater. Sound Booth Theater has episodes where they did the show, the book as like a full-blown, full cast, sound effects kind of deal.
Sure.
And so those are available there if people would just want more. But I loved the audiobooks.
Yeah, it says here he founded this site.
Yep. Sound Booth Theater.
Yeah. That's cool. He's a big deal, and he looks 14. I don't get it. Let's also move on to this one here. Here's another one.
Good morning stream. It's me again, the Dungeon Carl fan. I would just like to apologize to Amy. I did go back and listen to that episode actually right after I'd left that last message, and I should have let you know. I do try and catch up on all 8 hours of the morning stream, and then also Film Sack. I'll try and do a better job, Scott. I'll try and do a better job, Brian. Don't give up on me. I'll continue to support you through Patreon because I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for the show.
We'll never give up on you.
Yeah. No matter what occurs.
Yeah.
Right. We'll give you a red on air light, but that's okay.
That way, yeah, that's fine. We give those out freely here. It's fine. Brian gets them. I get them. Sometimes our guest gets them. That's what the red on air light is for.
Right.
Right there when we need it the most. All right, but now let's get to the business at hand. You brought a couple of clips with you, and I have no idea what these are, so explain yourself.
I have a couple of books that I want to recommend. They're both rather short. I figured people, it's the holiday season. These aren't holiday themed books, but I figured, with it being the holiday season, maybe people don't have quite as much time to sit and read something lengthy. So I give you a couple of little shorter reads there for you.
Okay. All right. Here's clip number 1.
The job was what I wanted too, helping people. Not the way I'd helped them before at the hospital, but still, I would be serving others. Plenty of helping to do. Checking out patrons' books, DVDs, and audiobooks, answering their questions about overdue fees with patient grace, policing the computers, making sure the guy in the baseball hat who comes in on Fridays doesn't watch porn while he's pretending to job search. I sneak up behind Friday Guy, as we've come to call him, and lean right over his shoulder so my breath is hot on his neck. "Hey," I say. He jumps and fumbles, tries to click screens to cover up the giant tits I just saw bouncing before my eyes. Then he looks up, red-faced. "You know the rules," I say, drawing up to my full height. "Yes, ma'am." I feel a deep tickle when he calls me ma'am and obeys me like a scolded dog. "I'm watching you," I tell him. "Yes, ma'am." After a long pause, I walk away. Every time I think, he won't come back. But every Friday he's there, eyeing those tits, waiting for me to catch him. I guess he likes the game of it. I like the game of it too. It isn't like my hospital days, but it's better than nothing.
All right. I need additional information on what this is.
Yeah.
Right? So many questions, right?
Yeah.
So this is a book.
Is Fabio on the cover of this one?
Actually, no, the cover of this one is great. It's called How Can I Help You by Laura Sims. And the cover is it's black, but then it's got like the library card thing, the
thing on the first page that
the little sleeve
your
that
thing
they
in
put
there.
the little they put the little card there, and it's on fire. So yeah, it's really good. It's it's like I say, it's short, it's kind of popcorny, but it's good, and it's that whole feeling you have where you're like, I have so many questions. Yeah, that's this book.
Yeah.
So it's, as you can hear, it's told by this woman who is working in a library, but then she drops little statements every once in a while about like, well, my days in the hospital, or when I was a nurse, I blah, blah, blah. And, I want to help people,
Mm-hmm.
and you get more and more curious about like, okay, why is she in a library, and why was she in a hospital, and she has a different name now, and why, what's going on there, what's happening, and you slowly start to realize like, oh, she's completely an unreliable narrator. And right about that time we switch narrators to a new person who has come to the library named Patricia, and she is also an unreliable narrator, but for different reasons. And so these two women kind of get in this very interesting cat and mouse. They both are suspicious of each other kind of situation. And
that sounds great.
Good,
sounds like
good intrigue.
A real page turner right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And it doesn't have that many pages. Yeah, it's about 250 pages. So like I say, nice short read. And I edited a bunch of it out. Not so much for content, although a little bit for content, but for time. Just because she has a very slow cadence. You could kind of hear that. So I had to cut out some things because I wanted to get the Friday Guy stuff in there because it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like she kind of gets her rocks off by quote unquote helping people. And, So yeah, that's what I'll say, because I don't want to spoil anything, because it's fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get your rocks, wait, don't get your rock. I don't know what you want to do. Good luck with your rocks, everybody. That's all I'm saying. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's book number 2. Any setup here? Do you want me to just play it?
Yeah, I will say this is an excerpt from the second book is a collection of short stories, and this is an excerpt from one of those stories.
All right, here we go.
I am, simply put, the most brilliant medical mind in human history. I know it sounds arrogant for me to say so, but there's a point where modesty has to give way to universally accepted facts. I invented the world's first and only universal antihypoxia. If you're reading this, it's likely that you're a layman, unable to grasp what an antihypoxia is. Simply put, it's a chemical that protects your body's cells from the harmful effects of oxygen starvation. You may be thinking that's not needed very often. Drowning, perhaps? Lung diseases, maybe? Well, you're wrong, of course. But it can't be helped. You're not a doctor. Or if you are, you're not one of my caliber. Hypoxia is what kills people. Whatever the cause of death may be, the actual reason they die is because oxygen stops getting to their cells, most notably to their brain. If your heart stops, blood stops moving around your body. Then your cells die because they aren't getting oxygen. If you get shot and bleed to death, you don't have enough blood to transport oxygen around. Do you see? It's all about oxygen.
Oh, man. Some deep medical stuff.
Science.
Yeah.
Science fiction. Yes. So this is by our good pal Andy Weir. I say good pal, because he wrote The Martian.
Oh, Andy Weir. I love that guy.
Cool.
I not only love
that's
that
already
guy,
a big
but
plus in my book.
I always like to remind people that he worked at Blizzard and programmed. It was the chief programmer on Warcraft 3. Put that in your cheese.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah, he was a Blizzard guy before he left and wrote The Martian, and then his whole life changed. But anyway, it's just a fun thing to bring up.
I love facts like that. That's so cool to me.
Yeah.
This one is really cool. I found it because I'm on Audible all the time, and this one is available for free if you have an Audible subscription. Like, it doesn't cost you a credit or anything like that. And it's called The Egg and Other Stories, all by Andy Weir. And they're great. They're like, each story is about, between 5-10 minutes long. They've got some good things in there, like, the Andy Weir detailed science fiction, like you just heard. There's also a couple of things in there where it's like a nice surprise twist at the end. In particular, I recommend if you only want to consume one of these stories, my favorite of all of them was called Annie's Day. And I will, it's read by a woman, so it's read from Annie's perspective. And I'm not going to say anything else about it because it's so fun to just go on the little ride with Annie on her day and be appalled at what's happening. That's what I will say.
Okay.
So,
fascinating.
That's you've left me wanting more.
Yes. So yeah, and like I say, these are great. They're little short stories by the mind of Andy Weir. What could be better?
What could go wrong?
So,
exactly.
And it's free.
Are
they're
they
free
very?
on Audible,
would you say they're very? Andy Weir's style is very like science over fiction, but it's still science fiction. Like, he takes scientific fact and knowledge and stuff and uses it in ways that, like, The Martian is very much this, right? It's like, well, if we can get there, then what? And then you think of all the hard science behind what you'd have to do to survive there, to get home, to blah, 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 do all that stuff. Is it like that? Each of these short stories kind of covered in that sort of stuff? Because that clip sounds like it.
Some of them, yeah. I think Annie's Day, not at all. It's not science fiction-y at all. It's just
fiction
fun. And then like The Egg, the titular story it's more of kind of a spiritual kind of imagining than science fiction, I would say. The biggest one that's very science fiction-y is the one we just heard a clip of from Anti-Hypoxiant. And that one it's kind of funny, right? Because you can hear in this guy's the delivery and everything, like, I am the best medical mind of our time, right? Like, oh, you're a supervillain. Okay, great. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, they're like I say, they're short little bite-sized stories that we get from Andy Weir, it doesn't go as deep into the science because he doesn't have time because they're short.
Because they're short stories, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, though. I like when an author makes like, or even just, a compilation of authors doing like a theme. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
You gave us something like that recently, although they were separate books, but it was a collective of like short books all around. What was that? You recommended it. I downloaded them all. I still haven't read them. Crap.
Oh, I don't remember.
Go back in time and listen, everybody. There was a whole string of these books. I don't have my Kindle here. I'd look it up, but they were...
Well, I gave you specific recommendations for how to get into reading Discworld. That might have been it.
No, it was something else.
Yeah, you did give us the correct order in which to start. Yeah.
Yes.
You are the person I recommend for that, by the way, when people say,
oh gosh,
where do you start? Like, ask this
Well,
Amy person.
because it's a very personalized thing, right? Like there are some people where I'm like, oh, yeah, you need to start with guards. Whereas, somebody looking for something for their teenage daughter, read Tiffany Aching,
Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I guess that would make sense, right? You find something that connects to that person that they could immediately sync up with for that. Huh.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah. And by the way, with it being December, here's my annual recommendation of Hogfather. Everyone should read and or consume it in some way. There was a BBC miniseries that was made of Hogfather, and it's fantastic. So if you do nothing else, like watch that, because the Susan character is fantastic, and the villain is really super creepy, and it's really good. So yeah, my annual recommendation of Hogfather has come around. So
nice. Yeah, I remember you did this last year, I think. So
I'm gonna say it every year, I think, because everybody should read it. It's really good. It's
all right.
fun.
Well, only one more before Grand Theft Auto 6. Think of it that way. Next Christmas.
One more Hogfather.
One more Yeah, that's how we measure it, because we refuse to do metric here, so we're starting to do some unique new ways of measuring things. And,
like how many bananas and how many how many
Furioses. Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No, that's great. Great selections this week or this month. I still feel like we see each other every week, but we don't. We just talk offline all the time, so it's just it's like you're here.
Yeah.
You're one of our sisters. It's just the way it is. That's how it is now.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I just got through with I just got through with a round of real steps with your actual sisters.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That was super fun. I'm going to be posting video from that later on, because like they always do on the last day, we always do some kind of movement every meeting, right? And so for the last day, it's kind of become a little bit of a tradition that our movement for that meeting is that we get up and do a little dance party together on Zoom. And people are welcome to turn their cameras off if they're self-conscious or whatever, but we all just kind of get up and dance. And I, of course, get up and dance with a puppet.
Of course you do.
And Chuck came in, and I was completely just into it, and I'm watching the screen, and I'm looking at what the puppet's doing and everything, and I'm just completely laser focused, and Chuck was surreptitiously recording me from the doorway of my office. So I'll be posting that later. Go look for that if you want to have a good laugh.
Your kids will be ever grateful they have this footage now. That's awesome.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Forever.
All right. Cool. This has been lovely. I can't wait to talk to you again. It is Red Fraggle 3 on YouTube. Sometimes she's on there hucking clay. You should watch that. Throwing pots.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. I'm going to get back to that very, very soon. I was actually going to do one in the next couple of days, but I was building a puppet, and I did the damn thing where I cut my finger with a Persona blade, and it like it was like the back of my thumb too, like right on the knuckle. And so, and if you don't know what a Persona blade is, imagine a razor blade, but like on steroids. So it's like super duper sharp, which that part of it is good, right? Because, the sharper it is,
you want it to be, sure, of course. Yeah,
if you're going to cut yourself.
When I pull out the fresh X-Acto blade out of the little plastic slider box that I have, it's always like, okay, must be super careful, because just brushing this against anything will cut it right up.
I'd never heard of a Persona blade. I didn't know what that
either
was called.
Yeah, Persona blades, I think they're like hairdressers use them for like doing razor cuts and things like that. But like, so that's where you can get boxes of them. But puppet builders love them because they cut through foam and things like butter. You know, they just, but because of that, they're really sharp. And so I cut myself. And so now I'm like, I can't throw clay now because I have this wound.
Yeah.
But you know, it's healing up nicely, so it should be fine.
Good.
So your pottery has a cool little Band-Aid Curad imprint on it. You know, it's unique.
Texture. Yeah.
Little texture, exactly.
Put some Band-Aid
gauze.
texture on it. Yeah.
Little
exactly.
Little DNA for future generations to extract and make more of you.
There we go. Exactly.
Yeah. Have a fantastic.
There's a little of me in every pot.
That's right. Have a fantastic rest of your Christmas time. Okay.
Thanks. Y'all too.
Stay out of trouble. We'll see you soon. I can't find her thing to move her from the thing. There it is. Got her now. The books. Somebody in there pinged me, DM'd me. I won't say who in case they don't want me to say. But anyway, they asked what was the name of the book I just finished. This book I read. It's sort of horror, but it's more thriller. I don't know if I'd call it horror. Anyway, it's called Brother. By Ania Anhorn or Alborn. Sorry, Ania Alborn is her name. I loved it. It was awesome, real good. I'm going to read her whole thing, but I got to read this Carl Dungeon Crawler stuff first. So,
yeah,
been reading like a wild man lately.
That's great. I need to get back to it. I just need to do it at a time when I'm not tired because it'll just knock me out. That's the whole reason I stay away from it at night is reading just will put me to sleep if I'm not careful.
Yeah, big same. I have to. That's why I can't do audio at all. At least with paper, with paper or Kindle, I can just, I have to focus to get it right. You got to read and focus. When I'm listening, I'm just like, what am I doing?
What can I do while I'm listening? Oh, look at that. Oh, I need to fix that part of the wall that's got a thing on it.
Yeah, it's really hard for me. So when I was out jogging all the time, that was easier. But even then, I'd still drift. All right, we're gonna read a quick message we got from Joey. We've had this for a little bit. So sorry about the late read. Joey Image, famous wrestler who listens to our show. Hey guys, quick message for TMS regarding the mystery pasta in New Jersey that you talked about on Tuesday the 7th. As you all know,
just to get people caught up, this is the mysterious mounds of spaghetti that were found in the forest.
Correct. They found there was a ton of it out there.
Spaghetti.
I couldn't figure out where it came from. The police were baffled. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He says I'm 100% Italian and from New Jersey, and I've lived here all my life. The story was a big thing with the Italians in my neighborhood, which is most of the neighborhood, and everybody thought it was hilarious. Also took quick trivia notes. Number 1, the town this catastrophe happened in. He actually took the time to put it in parentheses.
Catastrophe, yeah.
Yeah, he put pasta plus catastrophe. Like, no, we get it, Joey, we get it.
Yeah.
Happened in as Scott mentioned, Old Bridge, New Jersey. Trivia, Metallica used to live in Old Bridge, New Jersey.
Oh.
Is that where they formed? They must have formed there. Right? Is there like high school kids then?
Probably, yeah.
And then he says, number 2, the mafia does not exist. Winky face.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't believe you, Joey. You want me?
Joey Image is 100% Italian. I did not know that. So your last name is probably not really Image. It's probably like DiMaggio, and you just took off the D and the O. Right?
I would love to know his real last name because there's an Image. I think is just his wrestling name.
Yeah. DiMaggio.
Let's see. I'm gonna go Joey Image real name. Let's see if we can get a result.
Oh, look at this. All right.
This is a drummer. Okay, there's a punk drummer. Let's see. He was drummer for both the Horror Business and Night of the Living Dead sessions in 1979. That's not him. Let's see. Wrestler. The Misfits.
Oh, no.
He played for the Misfits.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with the Misfits.
Is that why you named yourself that, Joey? Let's see. Retired wrestler admitted to hospital. This isn't you. Yeah, Joe, you'll have to tell us. We don't know. We don't know. Oh, here it is. I may have just found it. Nope. He's in the. Okay, so there's a pro wrestling wiki. His photo is in it. His name, Joey Image, is in it. Nothing else is there.
No biography. No,
I want to hear like your finishing move. Let's see here. It doesn't say. I want to know all these things, Joey. Fill us in.
Yeah, tell us.
Tell us. We must know. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all.
Maybe
for
he doesn't
listening.
want us to know. That's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fine. You be as private as you want to be, Joey.
Exactly.
It's your image. You decide. Hey, that'll do it for this show with that bad pun there. We're also on Patreon, as you may have already heard us mention a few times, and we'd love it if you went over there and checked it out and signed up at patreon.com/TMS. We can use all the people we can use this time of the year. It's an expensive month, and boy howdy, it'd be nice to have some more patrons. So hop over there and help us out. That's patreon.com/TMS. We're going to leave now, but we can't do it without a musical selection from the vast library of Brian Ibbett.
Not without you. Not without your help. BioCow wrote in. Again to this one a little bit earlier. Oh, Jay Funktastic says he knows Joey's real last name, but doesn't know if he should say it.
Oh, so, I want to hear it.
Yeah, maybe. Let's hear it from Joey, because if Joey doesn't want us to know his real last name, there's probably a reason that it's not anywhere easy.
Yeah, it's probably Butafuko, and we don't want that. We don't want Joey Butafuko. Go ask your uncle if you're not sure of the reference, everybody. Because that was a while ago. Yeah.
Such a oh my God. Remember when scandals were just so quaint?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like, he cheated on his wife with this young girl. Oh my gosh.
Simpler times,
now it's
Brian.
Like, that's a blip compared to the kind of crap we see these days. Jeez.
Yep.
All right. BioCow says, hi, Brat and Skyen. In the 90s, Volkswagen had a great series of commercials, and one of them featured a song by Trio that had a super basic electronic Casio beat. I think I'm the only one who ever purchased it on CD, but I'd listen to it all the time. Hey, BioCow. Right here.
Yep, look at it. Right there.
Yeah. That's because my cassette wore out. And I liked them before they were in... Yeah, I found these guys. Yeah, Trio and Era was the name of the album, and they'd play the video on the local public access music video channel, and it's these three dudes sitting there, very stoically playing their instruments. German dudes doing this song Da Da Da. Anyway, fast forward to last week when I was in the car with my music on shuffle and I heard that familiar electronic beat, but it sounded slightly different. Little did I know that a band I liked had covered this classic song from my adulthood. This week is my birthday, the 7th, so a couple days from now, and I'm turning 50, minus 1 or 2.
Whoa.
So I was hoping you could play a cover of Da 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 by Elastica to help me feel young again. Thanks both for all you do. Signed, BioCow.
No, thank you for your freaking all your cool shit you make everybody
everything
all
you
the
do
time.
for us, yeah. And thank you, BioCow, because I had no idea until I put this, found this song for you, that Elastica covered Da Da Da. Indeed, they did, and they recorded it as part of the Radio 1 sessions, the BBC Radio 1 sessions. So they did this thing live, and like anything you hear from Elastica, they're freaking awesome. Like on the Britpop, like in the 90s. The UK had Britpop going on with Blur and Oasis and Suede and Pulp and all these sort of things. And Elastica was always on the harder edge while America was doing their grunge thing. Elastica felt like they actually could have straddled the line between Britpop and grunge, kind of the garbage side of things. Love Elastica. And thank you for helping me find this thing, because I had no idea it existed. Covering Trios, Da Da Da, I don't love you, you don't love me. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Here is Elastica.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that last bit.
Wasn't expecting any German? Yeah,
Nope.
Heck yeah, man.
That was
Listen,
great.
I listened to that album like crazy.
That's awesome. All right, here it is then. Enjoy.
Get more at frogpants.com.
The loin.
The loin.
Loin.
Yeah. You know who that is? That's
The loin.
Harvey Korman.
Harvey
talking
Korman.
about eating